to another Algorand TA video. I'm going to be diving into Algorand. I posted an update on this project a few days ago, and I'd just like to look at and see where we are now, and look to project future movements and see where we're going with some TA. So yeah, diving into this video, guys. Okay, I think I straight off from where I left before. I said Algorand had this low in March 2020. You had this wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, impulsive wave move targets to the upside. And right now what I think's happening is we're in this A, we're in this B, and we're in this C target. Okay, now within this ABC, I was saying that potentially right here is the lows for Algorand, and currently speaking they are. Until these lows are lost and these areas of support are lost, and if we come roll over and hit our heads, that's when we start to look negative and look at more downside coming in the future weeks for algo. But right now, again, as I said in previous videos, we're holding this block of support here, looking to come up and retest these EMAs and make a decision basically to see what happens moving forward. So within this ABC wave, what I potentially was saying in last video with this ABC, this potentially this C wave might not be over yet. What also could be the case is to find the low of this C. Okay, what you could have is waves within waves. So it could be an ABC with a 1, a 2, a 3. This is a wave 4, and then you have a wave 5 coming down to lower levels. Okay, and you have a retracement like that and that would be basically an extended ABC, and an irregular ABC with a large B to C wave, just within waves. So potentially what I'm looking for here is to see algo come up and break this 20. Okay, we've seen the likes of XRP coil up just in very similar patterns where it's done this and it's just exploded up to the 55. It's met resistance at the 55, but is that giving confidence that moving forward, other big alts and other other projects are going to start doing the same? Or is it a bull trap and other coins are going to get rejected at lower levels and start to retrace back to their lows, and decision time comes? So for me, as I said, right now what's happened is you can see that we're under this level of resistance right now. Okay, the week close on Sunday, we need to close above a price of, we need to close above 37 cents and maintain above that to hopefully see any sort of continuation here. Because if we don't, and we do get rejected at this point, rejected at this weekly 20 EMA, what you could see happen is basically you've got this slight ascending level of support, and we could just stay choppy in this sort of area for a while until we decide to make a breakout. Okay, where you come down and you get something like a triple bottom possibly. Okay, and we just coil up for a longer period of time before we actually get a break. So it's a game of resistance and support. It's literally a game of resistance and support. It's as simple as, if you do start to come back down here and come down into some corrective move, you want to see this low hold. If this low doesn't hold, okay, and you start to lose around 26 cents, 27 cents, it's very negative moving forward. And the play that I mentioned about waves within waves, where you've got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5 waves down, might be the case. Okay, if you lose that 27 cents, and given technical targets, we can look here on the weekly and see where our potential moves would be. So if we do get rejected at this point, okay, and this is our local high, going back down to our local low, okay, where we've came from, you can see that if you was to start to come down here, lose these fibs like this, lose the 1 fib, hit your head on it, you're looking at retracing to these targets down here at a minimum. The 1272, if you lose the 1 fib, is my minimal target, which sits at 25 cents. The 1618, where you'd find support down here, basically you can see that this is around the same sort of level. This previous swing low in November 2020 sits at 21 cents. Okay, so that's the downside projection for me. If we fail to close above this week, start retracing, okay, we need to hold these lows. If we don't hold these lows, those are the downside targets for me moving forward. So bearing that in mind, let's go into the daily quickly, okay, and see what we have here and what potentially might be occurring. So what you can see, one positive thing to me, okay, you've got a bullish cross on the daily time frame, which potentially could indicate the end of a downtrend. When you get that and you're above the EMAs, what you tend to do here is come back and look to hold them as support. So as this 20 and this 55 start to creep up, you want to see Algorand hold this level of support here. Okay, so to get a fib on, what we're doing right now on the daily time frame is retracing from this high back down to this low. Okay, essentially, because what happened is you had this low here, okay, where you had a low here too. You're holding that support. You started to come up through the EMAs. You attacked the EMAs, got rejected, but you came back and you found a higher level of support than these previous levels of support here. Okay, so from here we've moved up, met a technical target, and now we're retracing back down to find support somewhere. So where could that support be? Well, if we look on the fibs here, okay, what you could see is the golden ratios, the key areas that you'd like to hold, ideally between the two middle lines of these fibs here, from the 0 to the 0, okay, because there's a few there that you need to take note of and memorize. There's 8 of them. The 050 and the 0618 in the middle ratio is the golden sort of area where you would like to find support. And what you'll notice is if you do start to come down and lose the 382, hit your head on the 382, sorry, and come down for support, you know, the 0618 actually ties up with where these EMAs are. So if he was to have some sort of quick impulsive correction down to these EMAs, this is the sort of area I'm looking for support for continuation, basically, to the upside, okay? And what you'd have to do is come up and break 41 cents to confirm that. So in my eyes, we're looking at some sort of pullback here, an ABC or some sort, looking to come back to support on these daily EMAs here, the 20 and the 55, and then getting your bounce out of here, really and truly. So, you know, that's something to keep our eyes on. It's definitely something to keep our eyes on. And has a technical target been met? Let's have a look here as well, because from this low here, retracing to this high, you can see that we've met the 2.414 target. Okay, you've basically found this low, you was retracing to this high, you got to that high, came back to support on the 20 and basically exploded out. Okay, so this is quite an impulsive move, which is why I'm expecting some sort of drawback. Okay, and the drawback I would like to see hold, again, 33 cents, which was on the other fib as well, is this local resistance line that we broke out of. So we broke out, we basically came up here, came back for support, higher low, okay, higher low, and then broke out. Right now you want to come back and hold this 33 cents of support to get your continuation out of here and tackle 41 cents to get the higher high and continuation to the upside. So, you know, it's looking relatively healthy, isn't it? It's looking relatively healthy. And right now, again, as I said, you want to hold this area of support right here, okay, because it was previous resistance. You had this sort of double bottom here, higher lows. Okay, you've broke out, met a technical target. You're coming back to support. Hold support on that. Equally the EMAs as they creep up. Off we go and get continuation. Okay, and that's exactly what I think XRP done something very, very similar. Very, very, very similar. So, you know, on that's my projections there. And what you would do, and if you do tackle up above 40 cents, and we do get above that, okay, the bullish scenario, if you do start to take out this level of resistance and close above this resistance and equally the 20, okay, and start getting it, because I've seen some projects right now, they're pushing up like this and they've basically attacked just shy of their 1618 targets and the red 55 weekly EMA. You know, XRP for the likes, Everdome, a couple of projects that I've gone over, they've actually had the attempt of breaking out back up to the 55. Another bit of confidence that is, again, as I said, I think I mentioned in previous videos, when you actually get this distance between these EMAs, they're like magnets, okay? They draw you back up. And you can see that right now you got so far extended in price from these EMAs that you've come up and you've retested the 20. Okay, so we've retested the 20. Now what you want to see is just to come back and just get that push up to this near this 55. Okay, it's really that simple. And as I said, my technical targets to the upside, from there to there, you can see that it's a potential play. We've met on the smaller time frames. We met the 2414 target. Okay, up here, on the previous fib I showed you, we met the 2414. Sorry, on the daily. So right now we're coming up resistance, breakout, pull back to support. You know, get that continuation and that retest up to those levels. It would be lovely to see that, of which you'd expect resistance because you're coming up to previous support. So yeah, you know, as I said, the likes of other projects have done it. Is Algorand on the way there now too? Okay, so key points to take away from the video today, guys. What you want to do, you want to see these lows held. Okay, we're caught between a rock and a hard place. We want to see the weekly close above 37 cents. If we get the weekly close above, you know, or start coming back and holding support here for continuation and break above the weekly 20 EMA, in my eyes, we're coming up to retest the 55 as it creeps down. Okay, so breaking above this weekend, a close above 37 cents for continuation. Equally, if not, and we see this as resistance, you're looking to pull back for support, and you have to hold these lows, or you're seeing further downside to other targets that I will look at in the near future if that play comes around. So guys, from Algorand TA, I hope you enjoyed today's update. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, peace out.